Hi and welcome. Just enjoy the sounds of the crystal bowls as they bring those that are available to join this evening live into connection. This is a beautiful smoky quartz and platinum bowl. She's only half the height of some of the bowls, but she has such a beautiful presence and sound. Hi Jenny, hi Helen. Welcome everybody. Hi Jackie. Welcome in this window that brings us into the new moon in Gemini, which here in the UK is in the early hours of tomorrow morning. And that leads us, of course, very nicely into the summer solstice. And that energetically then takes us on into, hi Helen, hi, on to the 8-8 portal. These are just really clear pulse points that are weaving this journey for us as we move through this portal of the summer here. Hi Lee. Hi. Oh, hi Jenny, you're in Portugal. Wonderful. And actually this beautiful bowl is an air element. Super 7, androgynous indium. But she resonates to the heart. She is an F note. She resonates to the heart. But she's an air element. So, yes, welcome as we move into this energy of the new moon. And it's really feeling such a powerful time to be here walking our way through these points of change. Each full and new moon offers us another pulse point, another insight on our journey, another point of calibration, another point of reflection on the path. And if we use them wisely, we can get great insights as we move on our journey through 2023. I was only saying to somebody this morning that it's just been like a blink, and you know, we're already in the middle of the month. And how have we managed to get so swiftly to the summer solstice point? It just seems bonkers. And I don't know whether, like me, you're finding that some days the timing is sort of quite slow and stretched, and you look at the clock and you think, really, it's still 9:30, and the day seems to have a very slow pacing to it. And then there are other times when you just blink and, well, I blink and it's Friday again. And I think, how did that happen? It's another week that is, you know, just disappeared in the vagaries of time. So this new moon, what does it offer us? Well, obviously Gemini is an air sign. It's actually very close to my ascendant. So I'm really aware of this particular new moon. And I feel that it really is inspiring us. It's bringing us insights. It's offering inspiration for this particular point in our journey. And if we take time to go quiet, it can offer us great visionary insights as to what's refining and aligning at this time for us. New moons classically are about new beginnings. It's like, what do we want to seed? What is coming up to be placed in the richness of the earth? And this time of the summer solstice, of course, is the most potent of the solar energies. So when I looked at the roses, when I've been planting roses here, you know, the quality of the earth that the rose is in is so important. And we've had a very dry period here in the UK. So I've been watering my roses. So you can start to see where the elements come into play in how we experience and weave our lives. How we need the substance of the earth. We need the water, we need the air, and we need the fire to be this vessel, because this vessel is of the earth. It's made of all the elements of the earth, and yet it is a vessel for the ether. It is a vessel for spirit, for soul, for us to experience this human journey. But we are so connected to the elements. So this aspect of the new moon in air, this mental aspect, this breath aspect, it's calling us to really bring ourselves in and explore truth at another level. The keynote, as I tuned into this particular new moon, has felt to be truth. What is true for me now at a soul level? Not what I might have thought just a few months back, maybe a few weeks back, maybe a few hours ago, but actually what is true for me now? And what is feeling to be the authentic path that the soul is calling me to? Because this is the only place we can go. It's, you know, our journey is referenced internally if we want to have any sense of security and presence in self. So, you know, what did you come to shine? What did you come to hone as your craft, if you like? What is this vessel a conduit for? What's it to carry away for? That is to be shared on the earth at this point. What is needed? We have gone through such a period of crisis, of chaos, and to a degree are still in this portal of chaos. And we know that often there is a breakdown to break through. Sometimes the old patterns, the old stories that we carry in our physical bodies have to shout very loudly for attention, for us to be able to dismantle them and to rebirth into something new. But there is something here that's going on at a collective level for us that is calling us to really see what our part is that we've come to play in this new unfolding potential for our experience of being here, embodied, fully embodied, present, and here on the earth. And there is no happenstance that we are here at this point. We are here because we contracted at some level to be part of this awakening wave, this part of the awakening of the energy of Gaia, the energy of Sophia, the reawakening of the feminine in her weave with the solar logos, with God, Goddess, Great Spirit, where we can see that we hold a verticality, that we are conduits that we are able, through our own field, to be able to weave the higher keys and codes of light down through our physical bodies and anchor them into the earth. And the earth, in her response, rises to meet these higher keys and codes of light. So we are in really such beautiful times, powerful times. And how do we anchor in body? How do we stay embodied so that we can be fully present to everything that is showing up? And so many, like me, have been working through some more of the shadow pieces that have been coming up, and also some deeper inner child work. I don't believe we are ever complete in our inner journey. I think we might get so far and we plateau, and we can integrate, and we can see and operate through a different lens of perception for our lives. But sooner or later, somebody or something and a happening will occur that is asking us to review once again what is going on in response to whatever is going on the screen of my life, and where's the invitation? Hi, Bev. This is the path. This is the richness of the soil, if you like, the substance, the very presence of this vessel. It's taken me a lot of time, a good number of years, to reverse the pattern of trying to get out of my body. I started meditation in '93. I was part of a philosophy school for 3 years, and studied Advaita and meditation in that process. But I recognize now that actually a lot of my attraction to meditation was to get out of my body, not in it. And so there has been a reversal, and also in the understanding, of course, that the wisdom of the Magdalene, the wisdom of the feminine teachings, are about an embodiment. Mary Magdalene calls us to be 100% physical and 100% spiritual. How can we meld and weave these different qualities of ourselves in the as above, so below, this vertical alignment, but also, of course, balancing masculine, feminine, balancing the giving and the receiving. And the archetypal picture of that, of course, is in the cross and the activation of the rose of the heart. And this has been my particular journey with the rose. It has been the deepening into the accessing of the rose heart. These are the deeper teachings of the Rosa Mystica, the inner mysteries of the rose. And for me, that purely is love. It is the mystery of love that is at the root of everything that we experience, both in this body, but in our experience in the outer landscape. And it's a journey home. It's a journey of sacred homecoming to ourselves in the fullness of who we are. So this time is really about getting real. It's about... I have company this evening. Kit's come to join us. It is really about the clarity of what really matters. And I think this has been the illumination, if you like, of this last 3 years, has been about the letting go of the distractions, letting go of the things that actually we know are transitory, we know don't have a substance, a root in our lives. And so therefore the attention comes back within. It's all an inside job, because everything on the outer lens changes with where this is inside of us. So as we go through this new moon portal, it gives us another opportunity to reflect. Oh, hi Kate, hi Rachel. It gives us another place of just checking in, just just tuning in and just seeing what's going on in the physical body. Where is there tension? Where is there any contraction that we can explore, that we can use as an invitation to dive a little bit deeper into the energy of this time. And then we move into solstice, and this solstice really feels to be a super strong window. Some of you may perhaps have seen the video that my dear friend Pam Gregory has put out with Magenta Pixie. And there were some very interesting pieces in there, because Magenta is speaking very much of the energy of the roses and the rose line and the dragons. And many of you know that I'm working currently with a group of elemental rose dragons that communicated to me from Burrow Mump, the node energy here. And what is very interesting is in my conversations with Rory Duff, who works a lot with the energy grids and these sacred node points on the landscape, is that when we come into harmony time, which is what he sees the nodes and the grid lines coming into harmony time on the day before the actual solstice. So it's usually on the 20th of the month. That when those energy lines come into harmony, that energetically the node opens like a rose. And this is a fabulous connection between his work and my work in the understanding of how that activates in the body. And we are getting a greater understanding now of the nature of these node points, the nature of the sacred sites that are activating to a new level, and how they co-create in that activation with the human energy field and the human heart in particular. It's very much a sound frequency energy that I'm really beginning to understand connects and activates in these portals. So these are very interesting times. The other interesting piece for me too was that Magenta had spoken of an activation point on the actual solstice of 3:33 in the afternoon, and that connects in with the rose. So for those of you walking the rose path and that have resonated with my own particular frequency of that particular energy, you might also want to be aware that this particular solstice offers an extra opportunity of connecting in with your rose heart. It feels to me to be an even higher activation that is possible for us, particularly those of us that are working with the Magdalene Yeshua energy codes. There feels to be a greater activation of the Christ light available for us at this particular summer solstice. So let's have a look and see what the roses might have to offer us as inspiration as we go through this new moon and into the summer solstice. So we have Rose Angel 6. This is the first rose that's come forward, and the rose angels are the transformers for the 5 wounds to love, and they are the activators of the salves, the heart salves. And this rose, interestingly, is all about truth. She is the activator and the transformer from the wound of denial, which sits on the throat. It's where we swallow down, we don't speak, or where we experience being shut down by another, denying our opportunity to speak. So this is a really interesting rose, given that I've said that my sense was that the keynote for this particular new moon was about truth. And the frequency of truth and how we feel truth in our body. So she sits on the throat chakra, and she is a really clear place in which it's like we have to tune in. We have to know what truth feels like, both when we speak it, but when we hear another speak. Can we scan down through the body, or are we aware of contraction on the heart, on the solar plexus, or a particular, perhaps even a note that says, not sure about that. I'm not sure about that being true for me. And this is the other interesting thing, isn't it? You know, it's like we have our own place of truth. What feels to be true and truth for us, and to be able to honor that. The roses call us to, you know, it's in sacred honoring of not having to follow what others is saying is correct when that doesn't align with us. You know, this is this path of sovereignty, this path of individuation, this path of being awesomely okay to be fully present to what's right for us. So you might want to just place your hand on your higher heart, which is just this sort of place of the thymus in between the heart and the throat, where this place of universal love, the heart star weaves the threefold flame of love, wisdom, and power. And clearly, when we speak, there is a connection between our sacral chakra. The throat is the higher octave of the sacral chakra. But when we speak, it's often coming from the sacral, the navel, the sacral, the solar plexus, and the heart. Do these all align for me to speak, for me to say what I want to say? Is there clarity? Is there an alignment? Hi, Rose. Hi, Elias. She really is inviting us. So I invite you to put a hand on your higher heart and just tune in to this rose and just check in with your throat. Just check in with your heart, check in with your solar plexus, and check in with your sacral. Are they all joined up? Are they all aligned and joined up? And can you feel that in order to speak? Can you feel when something is really calling? And I have also found of recent times that there is often a no optioner. That whereas before we might have been able to swallow down and to keep quiet, there is such a discomfort within the body that comes up now that it is essential to speak what is on our heart, what is disturbing the energy within us. Again, this rose is really pointing us through this new moon to the summer solstice, asking us to really check in. How aligned are we with our expression in the world, our relationships, where we're being called to bring focus? Hi, Julia. Hello. So let's have a look at our second rose. And this rose is Heart Star 2. This is one of my favourite roses, actually. And she is such a beauty. This rose sits on the higher heart. She's one of the 3 Heart Star roses which weave this threefold flame, this pink, gold and blue flames of love, wisdom and power. This beauty sits she is the gold ray of wisdom. And you can see the gold in here. And she is such an amazing high frequency energy to be able to align with. So this place of wisdom, this place where we weave love and power, these two energies, the pink and the blue flames, sit underneath, holding balance points. You know, we need the balance of love and power to be able to offer us wisdom. Love on its own is missing something. Power on its own is missing something. These two energies together allow this golden flame, this activation within us. It's very interesting too. I was pondering as I was gathering things for this reading, and one of the bowls that wanted to come was this beautiful violet aura gold bowl. And I'm aware of the power of amethyst as a co-creator in this time of this solstice. And what I know from my journey with pranic healing, that was my energy modality of choice from 2000 onwards. And I actually trained, part of my training, with Master Choa Koksui. So he was the master teacher of this particular modality. So I'd gone through Reiki and Sakem to get to pranic healing. But what I know of is that the violet prana, or the violet flame even, Saint Germain's violet flame, as it moves through the body and it arrives to the heart, it turns to gold. And so this beautiful, beautiful energy, that for me, the heart flame is pink gold. The heart we may ascribe to green in the chakra colours, but when it's seen clairvoyantly, this is the energy that she spins. So, again, I invite you to put your hand on your higher heart and just tune in and be able to affirm of this wisdom keeper place. Those of us that are working now with the mother, queen, crone energy, these are the wisdom years. These are when we come into wise woman. These are beautiful, beautiful energies to be working with. She, curiously, is a rose that's called Anne Boleyn. She's a David Austin rose. Beautifully scented and just a magical energy to be working with. The button-scented roses have such a focus into the heart. So, let's see what our third rose is. And the third rose is rose 1, the base chakra rose. She is really calling us to anchor, to really feel embodied and present with all that we're working through at this current time. Feeling the connection between the base chakra and our earth star. These are strengthening lines of our connection and our connection to Gaia, connection into the elements that are the fundamental building blocks of our experience here, our presence here on the earth. So connecting into the earth star, we connect in. It's like a docking station. We connect in to the dragon lines, connecting into the song lines, the ancient energy lines of the earth. And this is where we communicate. This is where we dialogue between this field of frequency and the earth star and her connection into the crystalline grids of the earth. So this is one of the roses that came from the Alhambra. She was one of the original roses that works in the healing grid, the healing and balancing grid, that was the first of the aspects of the Rose Oracle to come together. So this rose, as I say, works base chakra. She is really calling us into embodiment. Look at all of the places in which we might have in the past distracted or have moved ourselves up to the head, not stayed in the body, not physically connected into the body. Again, perhaps higher heart, hand on higher heart, and just breathe in her energy. Really feel her beginning to support and nourish your base chakra. Perhaps feeling down through from the base chakra, down through into your connection to your earth star, your personal earth star that docks and connects in with the crystalline grids. And just feel how she really supports the physicality of the body. This rose connects into the musculoskeletal system. She connects into the condition of the blood. 30% of the energy in the base chakra goes down the legs. This is the way we hold ourselves in balance. This is the way we can move forward in life. These are the strengths that can offer us real change in our sense of our presence and our purpose here. So these are the 3 roses that have come up in our reading this evening. We have got Rose Angel 6 asking us to really bring attention to truth and speaking from that place of truth. Recognizing the frequency when we are off, when recognizing the frequency when others are off, and also recognizing that when we speak from the heart, when we speak that it's something that is heartfelt and truthful for us, when we speak from the heart, it can be received by the heart. And so it also gives those that we are sharing with the opportunity to really truly know who we are. So this is the end of the people pleaser, if you like. And I had a master's degree in people pleasing. It's been one of my paths of mastery in this embodiment. So this rose, and then we have got this beautiful acknowledgement of I am wisdom. This is the gold ray that sits on the higher heart. And rose 1. Really anchoring into embodiment and connecting in to the rooted place of presence in the Earth Star. So there we are. I hope you have enjoyed the energies of the roses. As I say, this particular bowl is an air element bowl, which seemed really appropriate for this evening. This is a little smoky quartz and platinum. And this is the violet aura gold. Hi, Hala. Hello. And just to say also that at this time, Saturn is retrograde in Pisces. And this is bringing us really to attention of self-care and deepening our inner spiritual path and inviting us to get quiet and really listen to what's going on within. And this is the little air koshi chime. So in this new moon in air, I invite you to take special care of your nervous system. Be aware of finding the tools and technologies to really keep that nervous system calm, centered, and aligned. And as we are heading into the solstice energies, and from the solstice it will take us on through to the Lion's Gate. These are going to be very active months in our experience of what's going on in the world, but what's going on in our inner world, this inner landscape. And this is the inner landscape that we have some degree of control over. So this is the place of focus. This is the place of remembering the breath, even if it is to breathe in and breathe out and extending the out breath to help that central nervous system calibrate and keep it nice and easy and calm. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Much love and rosy blessings, new moon blessings, solstice blessings. I think some of you may be joining. I'm going to be at Knowlton Church down near Cranbourne on Tuesday at 12 noon for the solstice gathering there. And I have a feeling that I am being called to the Mump, probably on the 21st, and hopefully I'll do another live from there. So much love. Enjoy these times and take good care. All right, bye-bye.